in.
What is going on out there in television land? What is the TTT? It is Married to Medicine. What's going on? I am Chase, and I'm here with our faithful Sammy. Ugh, child. I know me and Sammy got some words to exchange tonight, baby. And as you see, we're here with Danny, who we love, one of our Married to Medicine super fans. I'm interested in his take on this season as well as this past week's episode because it was hot and heavy. If you're out there in the chat, go ahead and drop us a line, tell us hello. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Jasmine and Antonia are on vacation and will be back. So this is not Destiny's Child. I know I keep bringing this up, child. This is my childhood trauma. They really fucked me up. I came back home and I saw that Say My Name video. I said, who are these two bitches? Who is Michelle and Farrah? Well, this is not a Destiny's Child situation, honey, and they will be back. With that being said, it's time to lean in, bitch. Okay? We're going to get right into it. But before we do, let's see who we got down to the thing. Is anybody in the thing? We got people on the screen. Let me see. Hello out there. Jenny, while I'm trying to let the people come on in, do you have anything that you wanted to add so far about the season before we get into this past week's episode?
Just, why is Audra here?
Why is she here, Ike?
Why is Audra here? And everything else you guys have really summed up how I felt for the rest of the stuff. But why is Audra here? That's it. That's my main thing. Everything else, I'm just ready to get into last night, Sunday's episode because baby, I got some things to say.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and lean in, bitch. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Dr. C. Hey, Kevin. All right. Hey, Sass K. Hey, Brooke Dubois. David. I'm late, child, but I'm here. Hey, panel. Hey, back to you, baby.
Hey, David.
Who is Q the content guy? Because baby, Q the content guy. What do people have to say? Bring back Mariah. That's what they had to say, Sammy, about it. Now, I don't know what you're thinking. But that's what people said. Oh, I got it. Oh, no. Oh, no, you bitches won't get up here and do me. That's all I got to say. Let's see. Sass K, I'm confused. It's December in Atlanta, and no one has on a coat on at Quad's party. Not a single person has cold breath coming out of their mouth when they speak outside. Sass K, the thing about Atlanta is the seasons are not really the seasons. So it actually does not get It's cold out here until February, going on March. And by that time, most people have already moved on to spring. So don't penalize them for that. It's pretty hot in December here in Georgia as well as Florida. So, hey, cut them some slack, sis. Let's get into this episode. So we pick up where we left off at Quad's Holla Slay Party. And, she called it Holla Slay Party, but I think it was more appropriate to call it the Season's Beatings Party. And we're going to get into season beating, honey. And Heavily tells Toya that one of the ladies in Anila's clique said that Toya has been cheating on Eugene. They all say they did not say it, and Anila adds that she doesn't know anything about it. Heavenly says, you can't say things like that without proof, and blames Zaina for carrying this rumor. Toya leaves the area and Contessa. And the reason why we're not going to break down I hit you in your eye and beat you up is because we covered that last week. So at this point, we already know Toya let those hoes on the other side know it's up and it's stuck. What y'all want to do? We already know that, right? So we don't need to rehash that so much. However, what I did notice at the beginning, did you guys notice that they played a faint little clip of Carmitha giving a rock'em sock'em to Anila? Did y'all catch that?
I sure did.
I wish we could have seen more of it.
I don't miss no mess.
I like her.
You like her? I like Carmitha too. I would love to see Carmitha be like Toya's go-to person to talk to because clearly she cannot trust anybody on this show. So back to the event. Heavily says you can't say things like that without proof, as we just mentioned. Toya leaves the area and Contessa tells her to inform her husband immediately. Now. You go run and tell your man now what these hoes are saying about you. And not only does she tell Eugene, she tells Anila mama. She tells Audra's husband. She tells everybody who will listen.
I think she told the event planner too.
She told Quad Auntie. That's why Quad Auntie was about to have
She should have told Aunt Beverly. Aunt Beverly would have probably understood then.
Beverly
I'm
was not
barely
on
trying
Toya's
to hear
side,
it.
love.
You weren't
Doesn't
trying to
want to
hear
hear
it.
that shit. Listen, and when she told Anila's mom, she took the side of her real daughter Toya and told Anila not to be saying stuff about my baby like that. Don't you talk about my baby like that, bitch. Um, Somehow Audra sees this is the perfect time, right? So we just have had Audra's failed receipts. Now Toya is into another row with the neighbor clique. And now Audra assesses the situation. She sits back, she watches it and says, this is a good time to let me remind this bitch who I am. What? So she goes over and she lets Toya know, baby, that I am a real estate attorney. And again, Toya had to let her know, nobody hired you, bitch. So, I mean, we get it. Bravo, kudos to you. But what does that have to do with what's going on right now? They begin to exchange words, and Audra test checks Toya, and Toya mushes the dog fuck out of. Can I say that?
It's okay.
It's okay. It was well deserved.
Well, she misses. It was what?
Well deserved.
Oh, I think you said I was reserved. That's why I busted it. But she was
Oh,
definitely. It was definitely well deserved. But she mushes Toya Audra for doom. The husband's attempt to break it up, and Audra is trying to get at Toya, baby. She wanted to get a little piece of that. You know, chaos and confusion continues as Quad House is turned upside down, and T is ready to whoop some ass about Quad. Okay. She says that Quad has built this house herself, and y'all cannot be tearing this lady's house. And I'll say before I leave it unto you, those receipts might not have hit, but damn it, Toya did. And I'm proud of you, bitch. She took on that whole house. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of Toya. I am proud of you. And listen, I am not, everybody know who I stand. The girl that y'all don't like. She's no longer on the show. That I don't care about none of these hoes in this show. But for Toya to walk in the room, know it was a setup, and come out flawless, you got to give it to her. I don't
it
care. You got
definitely
to.
it definitely was a setup. There was no other reason for Zenith to have a microphone on. Why was she mic'd?
Yeah, and I don't know if Toya knew it was gonna be a setup or not, but the way that she went in there and just like you said, she came out on top. I'm applauding Toya for that. You know, she's not my favorite, but she gave it to me that episode, and in this one too, with how she handled all that, especially the mush. That was my favorite part.
And
I
Anila
love it.
keeps digging herself deep, lower and lower to the bottom of the garbage can for me. She has so much energy for Toya in confessionals and when Toya's not around, but in front of Toya, she's very girl. I'm glad I didn't get in that when I dodged a bullet. No, bitch, that should have went to you. That mush.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see last week we said that I said that she had on that ugly ghost that ugly Christmas pageant dress on like she saw the ghost of Christmas past when Toy let her know all bullshit, cut the bullshit, like this TV, but don't play with me. Like I think that I'm so glad that she a black Anila, her black scent, and she a sister, but she a sister. She ain't no sister, and I'm black Anila. Well, let's get to it. And I'm not saying that violence is relegated to black people, but you play violent games, you might end up getting a violent answer. You get what I'm saying? Like you cannot play with people like that and think that everybody's going to take it on the cheek. They have attacked this lady all season. I'm going to ask the chat. The chat is moving so fiercely tonight, but I'm going to ask you guys on the panel. I'm going to ask the chat. What has Toya done on camera this season that has warranted this on-camera attack? I need to know.
I
Hey,
couldn't think of a
Isabel.
thing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Sammy. Go ahead,
I
please.
couldn't think of a thing. She's moving just like the rest of them when it comes to reality TV. I just don't see what she's done to make Anila, of all people, want to gather the group from the neighborhood and come in there and try to attack Toya. She was real weak-minded. When she realized Toya wasn't playing with her ass no more, all of a sudden, so I don't know nothing about the rumor. Heavily had already told her she was sitting on the phone with Quad. So I mean, we already know you know. Now you just sit up here lying because you see your plan is backfiring. You bought Zayna there to put this shit up in Toya's face, and now that Heavily didn't beat you to the punch, and you see Toya ain't playing with it. Now you don't know nothing about it.
She
So
definitely she definitely knew because Zenith was sitting on that sofa talking about some. You know the real reason you don't want me to speak. You want me to air everything out. So Anila knew.
They came there to air it out.
Yeah,
they just didn't expect Toya to air it out
arranged.
instead. That's what they didn't expect.
That was arranged. But to answer your question, Chase, about Miss Audra, Toya has done nothing on camera that has warranted that. Even that joke about the you're not a good attorney, that was in that moment regarding her trying to defend Jackie not drinking. All that was. Audra
Yeah.
came in. He is doing Quad and Heavenly's work for her. They have amped her up to go against Toya.
I have an interesting question. We're gonna get to Dr. Heavily in a little bit, but Quad, right? Because I feel like everybody has their hands in this. Me personally, but I want to ask the chat as well as you guys on stage. Do you believe that? Okay, so Zaina's might. By the way, Zaina is such a dumb. Let me not say the B word because Zaina like she's Sue. Zaina is such. She's different. Like she said something to me, and I just was like, "Girl, are you crazy?" Zaina said out of her mouth. We're not friends anymore, Toya, because you don't want me to say what I know. Absolutely, bitch. Because if me or you are friends, then you won't say what you know. So why would I want to be your friend if you're gonna go around telling everybody I was cheating on my husband, whether it's true or not? Especially if it's true, Danny. If you are my friend and you know my whole secrets, you know my hotels, you better not tell nobody my hotels. And you see me booed up with my new man, but ever do that.
I
We're
have
not gonna be
people that I
friends.
don't talk to no more, and I've never told their business. I just don't do that.
I didn't understand why Zaina said that. But the question is Quad liable in the takedown as far as the at her party was concerned? She invited Zaina.
Yeah, she
She
invited
does
her.
talk
She
to
knew it.
Audra. Okay, so you think so? Yeah.
I don't.
And why not,
Sure.
Sammy?
She invited them to their house. She's not responsible for their actions. I mean,
She knew.
but whether she knew or not, she can come and tell me like she. We can assume that she told them to do a lot of things, but as far as on camera, we don't know that she told them to do that. I think that they came there with the intent to do it, but I'm not going to hold Quad responsible for it.
Oh, I hold Quad responsible for almost everything this season.
Mm.
Quad is winding Audra up, the little thing on the back to get her to start marching. Quad is the puppet master, baby.
And I'm not saying she's not doing that, but what I'm saying, just because she's telling them to do it, if they decide to attempt, that's on them. Whatever happens, as you can see, all the backlash, Quad ain't getting none of that. Audra's looking foolish. Anila running around now. She don't know what to do with her. So that's all falling back on them.
Okay, Brooke. I hear you, Brooke. So Brooke says that. Well, I'll say for my part, I think that. So Quad was in the conversation about the rumors. Quad knew that she invited Zaina. So the timeline that I'm getting is Quad knew about the rumors. Quad saw
Mm-hmm.
Zaina out. Quad was in the conversation about the rumors. Quad invited Zaina to the party. So that's you hear what I'm saying? Like even with Heavenly, I was like, okay, it is messy to deliver the message on camera. I'm a kind of like you either do or you don't kind of bitch. You know what I mean? So for me, you knew it was going to come out at the party. The girl was Mike. She was Mike for no reason, especially if Anila's not, if we're going to get into it, Anila's not going to take any responsibility for the situation. She said that she just gave the girl a ride to the party. She had absolutely no idea the mom was going to be Mike and talking about the part, about the ordeal. Brooke has a comment and says, Toya really isn't as sweet and innocent as y'all are trying to make her seem. She be talking just as much as the rest of them. Brooke, I hear you. Toya is one of the rudest, filthiest mouths
Yeah.
on that show. Nobody
Nobody
has
has
ever said
it
that.
is.
All I'm saying is, it's like Toya being rude and da, setting her up, trying to come for her marriage, coming for her finance. Like she has not done that. What she did was she told that girl she was a bad lawyer. The joke didn't land. You know, okay, yeah. She called Quad House little ass house.
I
I've
just
never
still
seen that
always
she's
say
done it
Toya,
heavily. So
Toya is the easiest target on the show. You get no points for going after her. None. The reads write themselves for her. Like you get no points going after Toya.
Sammy, do you think that the girls are gonna go for each other at this reunion? Because even though they are click on this show right now, they have all betrayed each other in one way or another this season. Heavily with the rumors, da 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 da. What do you think?
I don't know if they will all go at each other because I do feel like Toya, Simone, and Contessa, they're going to remain a clique. But the rest of them girls, I think they're going to shoot. And wherever it lands, it lands. Especially Quad. Because I feel like she won't have to be into it with damn near everybody on the cast, minus who Jackie and Contessa.
Yeah, everybody gonna have an issue with Quad this season at
Yeah.
the reunion. I think. Speaking of Dr. Jackie, is she a friend of this year? Because what the fuck? Either way it goes, I'm enjoying it. All right. So meanwhile, Heavenly is getting the hell out of Dodge, baby. When I tell you that, I ain't, baby. Tanya, we got a new gold medalist on Bravo, because baby, Heavenly got the hell out of Dodge. Okay, she said, and when she was, I ain't in it. That's all I know. Normally, when people say that,
they in it.
I'm sorry. I know y'all said last week y'all wasn't with it, but I'm sorry. Everything aligns with she dropped that tear, got the
Heavenly
hell
is
out
the
the way.
one. Heavenly broke that to Toya to wash her hands. Like I say, girl, I gave you the heads up of what I heard.
Protecting her. I know that last week Sammy and Antonio said yes, and even Jasmine said that she thought they may have been protecting her. Do you think that? Do you think that Heavenly was protecting her, Danny?
No.
Okay, let's move right along. Sam, I'm gonna ask you in a little bit. Okay, let's move right along.
It hasn't changed.
Okay, well then there it is. You gotta talk to me like that, baby, because I ain't did nothing to you. That's all I got to say. Jackie says Heavenly was being messy, and a clip plays from 10 minutes earlier where she tells Toya the rumor on camera. Anila asks Audra what happened. Audra says, "Push me. Nothing happened. You just put her hands on me. I don't know what happened. Nothing happened." And I'm just looking like, girl, not only is you going out bad, but now you lying. Did you not tell her what you did?
You literally charged that woman like you made your chest touch hers in an attempt to push her back, move her back.
Like, what does she expect? Do they not fight back in Ghana? Like, she thought that she was just gonna go over there and bump on that girl? And what does she expect?
You know what? You know, maybe she learned. You know how people say they watch movies and cartoons and things like that that teaches them English. You think that she just watched You Got Served over and over again and just thought that we just got broken the crop battles? Like, what the fuck? Anyway,
she
I'm sick
learned.
of her. I'm sick of her. Anyway, she learned that day. Welcome to America. Coming to America. Toya and Contessa are discussing the rumor. Contessa says women don't come back from that, and you know what? I agree. In the real world, there would be no way that I could come back from that. I'll be honest with you. Dr. Simone joins the fray, and she says that she doesn't think Toya handled herself well and wishes she could have dragged her out when she tried to. Other than that, Carrie leaves the party with Anila instead of Toya. Catch that dirt. And the party is over. What do we think about Toya's Holla Slay, aka the season's beating party, on a scale of 1 to 10? Did it give?
I give it an 8. I get a party at 8.
Give it a 7. It was good.
I don't really have a rating for it. It didn't seem like a party.
It would have got a 10 if they would have let Beverly loose when she was back there screaming, "Let me go." I wanted to see what she was gonna do.
Who?
Beverly, quad auntie. She was back there screaming, "Let me go. Let me go." I wanted, she was beating the table. I wanted to see what she was gonna do.
You know, Beverly probably is a day one. You know, that is her auntie, and she probably remember the feud that they had season 1. So, you know, Beverly probably ain't been fucking with the lady for 10 years at this point. Beverly like one of them type of aunties. Once you on that side, that's your side, love. You got to stay there.
And that's, I think that's perfectly, that's how it should be for family. I'm on Beverly's side there.
Tango 55 says, y'all think so? Heavenly basically hates Toya. She says it every week on her show. She did not like that girl.
So here's the thing. Even if Heavenly was trying to give Toya a heads up, it was in a self-serving way to also make herself good and wash her hands of the situation. Is what I believe. I understand. I understand that was not shown on camera, but that's what I believe, because I just don't think Heavenly has ever had pure intentions. Everything Heavenly does is self-serving or messy, one of the two.
Your sound is out, Chase.
Oh, hello.
I thought I had went bootleg again. I was going to have to log out and log
No, hello. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay. Convenient that it will go out when I'm gonna let that bitch have it, but that's all right. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna stick to what I said last week. It was not done with the intent to solely protect Toya. It was done to absolve herself from the situation, and it was done on camera. If you can pull Audrey to the side off camera and help her find them receipts, then you could have also pulled Toya to the side. That's what I think. I don't know. What else we got going on in the comments? Hey guys, we got 37 people live tonight, all the way live on Tuesday night, the Messiest Tuesdays on YouTube, honey. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hey Antonio, hey Morgan, hey
37
Cortez.
likes.
We need 30 to the 7. And if you don't, Sasuke is gonna come after you. Your sunflower son. Of course, Sammy would want to see that. We need some wrenches in the.
What
We
I
need
would
some
want to
wrenches
see?
in the room.
What would I want to see? What
We
did I
need some
say?
wrenches in the room. Can we get some wrenches out there? Isabel said, "Damn, Danny, that was harsh." She laughed at it. Back, Isabel. She says, "If my family will be on TV, I will make sure they all look on." Wait, who we talking about?
Beverly.
Beverly didn't have on a
You
good
better.
bra.
He was talking about her wig.
It was her bra. I think it was the bra was bad. The bra was bad. If she had one on.
I'm not a woman. Today,
Beverly
do
reminded me that
women wear bras to fight? Or do they like not?
I don't know. I think they just. I think like anybody else, women when it's time, it's time. If you got one on, you got it on. If you don't, you don't.
We're gonna move on, you guys. So this is the smorgasbord of a couple of scenes, you guys. Eugene and Toya are discussing the fiasco from Quads, and that happens. Meanwhile, Audra looks like she just got out of an undergrad class. Why did I say? Well, she did. She looked bad again. Whatever. Just like she had got out of from a class from undergrad and heads to Anila's, where Heavenly is also at to discuss Quad's party. Audra says she's sick of Toya lying about her home and making her feel uncomfortable. At the same time, there's a scene shown of Toya, Contessa, and Simone getting food where they discuss the party as well. My laptop is doing its big one. They discuss the scene as well. And my laptop is doing its big one. So we're just going to have to move right the hell on it. They discuss that scene, and basically, we get both sides of the story from both groups. Dr. Simone feels as if Toya definitely put her hands on Audrey, what she calls her Audrey, put her hands on Audrey, and she feels like a mush is the same. What she calls it, a bunch is the same as a fist or a slap. And Toya had to break it down to her because obviously, Simone, you've lived a sheltered life and you've never been in a fight. So it's not the same as what Simone is saying, and excuse me, Toya is saying. We go back over to Anila's, and she tells Heavenly that Anila told Heavy that she started shit. Heavy says she doesn't believe it and wanted Toya to squash it. Anila says she doesn't believe the rumors, and she also did not start the rumors. And Dr. Heavy looked at her like, "Now, bitch, you know you're lying." She had no idea Zaina was going to bring it up and just gave her a ride to the party because they're neighbors, and that Quad is the one who invited her. So what do you think about Audra and Anila saying that it is Heavenly's fault and Heavenly looking at Anila like, "Girl, you know good and damn well you knew about the room and you lying." What is that about, you guys? Tell me. I ask you.
Anila's a scary bitch.
In short,
I mean, that's just really it.
I think it's whack as hell that they set their ass up in there and tried to pin that on Heavenly. You brought that girl through that door in your car. You knew what she came for. You can't blame Heavenly for that because she mentioned it to Toya first. And then Audra, I mean, she's the one who already has set Toya off. So if we're going to blame anybody for it, it's you and your calculator, bitch. No, y'all can't not. I get Heavenly's an issue. But this particular point, they can't put that on her. They cannot put that on Heavenly. That was their fault, and they just need to own it.
I think that at this point, just about everybody said Heavenly has had something to do with it. Heavenly needs to own her part in the rumors, whether it was intentional, unintentional. You need to own it. You still care. You still were the one
It's
that
never
broke it
gonna
on
happen.
camera first. It's never going to happen. You broke it on camera first. Now, do I believe that she is the one that is like solely responsible and it all should be pinned on her? No, I think it was a group unified effort. They took a L. They need to own the L and move on, but it won't happen. I think that all four of those ladies on the other side need to, I would say five, but Carrie don't get no airtime. So what's the point?
I did agree, Chase, that comment you had
Yes.
just had Brooks. I did agree with her comment.
What was that?
Oh,
about the other side doing what Heaven does.
The rumor, yeah, I agree with that. I wish they hadn't said that either.
I didn't see it. What'd she say?
That at the table when Toya said, you know, I thought the rumor was about Quad. In essence, they were repeating a rumor, just
they
like,
were doing the same damn thing.
Yeah.
And what has Quad done to Contessa or Simone? They were doing this. It's all the same.
I will tell you this. At this point, I'm just gonna say at this point, Toya can say whatever she want to say.
Toya can, but Toya's not the one who said it.
Simone is the one who said it. You gotta say Simone is the one who said it. But you know, Simone, like we said it, like I said, and all of us agreed at the beginning of the season. Simone don't like Heavenly. She don't. They going along to get along, but she don't like her. And there's a difference from going along and getting along and genuinely liking a person. You said she what?
Simone likes Toya. They might argue, whatever, but she likes Toya.
Let me tell you something. Every time Toya get in a fight, who is that holding her hand?
Simone.
Dr. Simone.
Until it's Simone.
Until it's Simone, and then she's a dumb
with her broke ass,
a raggedy broke ass.
With her raggedy broke ass.
But see, my question was, what has Simone done to Quad for her to repeat that rumor on camera?
Nothing.
Quad ain't did nothing to Simone.
Quad has done nothing to Simone, but you know how Simone is. She jump on when it comes to Toya. She jump on the girls. She don't play, especially at that reunion. Remember, she told Contessa at that reunion, season 6, "You are the boringest one here, baby. You are the fakest one here, and everybody knows it. You should ask what they say about you, boring, baby. When I tell you, I not like nobody fucking with Simone. So yeah, it's this. I know that. Okay, so Bravo has had a trend in these reunions. We've had explosive moments, and the reunions have not matched. But being who Quad is, unless they pay her absolute desert dust, it's going to be a war zone. Because Quad is not going to sit idle and not yell and not scream and not shout. You know what I'm saying? Like, Quad is with the tricks in the shows and the stunts in the shows. And I'm not saying that as an attack. I'm just saying it's going to be
But
war.
you know, Quad also brought many unsubstantiated rumors to the show herself and even started some on her own. So she's on the receiving end of one from
like
the
what?
Other girls too. So you just want to hear it.
Yeah.
That she saw Mariah doing those drugs? When she said she saw Mariah doing those drugs? Yeah.
Well, again, you have no proof.
I mean, she said she saw it.
But you have no proof.
There's no proof.
Yeah, there's no proof. But she's on the receiving end of it. She should be ready for it. It's all fair, but you know, y'all know Quad turns up at the reunions.
Hold on, wait, you guys, wait a minute. Hold up. Sammy, Danny was speaking.
I was being rude. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sammy.
Okay,
no,
don't be rude.
I know Quad shows up at the reunions. That's what she really shows up in.
Yeah.
She gets her check come the reunion.
I agree with that. I just feel that Quad, you know, even though I do say that the girls were wrong for having, you know, for repeating those rumors about Quad at the table, I still feel that Quad deserves everything that comes her way when anybody ever gives her anything on the show. And she doesn't.
But listen,
it's as good as she gives them.
She did, and I tell you what, it don't take much for Quad to like unload the clip. Like I'm serious. Toya said, you know, she had a bullshit ass apartment, and she let Toya have it the rest of that season, and this one too.
I feel like that comment. I feel like Quad had that comment in her mind when she was building her house too. They ain't gonna be able to call this a bullshit.
Bigger. Quad, is this house big enough? Bigger.
Yeah.
I got something to show to Toya. All right. And Toya says Anila and Zaina put the rumors out while Dr. Simone says that Heavenly stirs up mess and loves to be the center of everything. You don't need a match when you have Heavenly to light everything. And listen, I agree. They talk about how Eugene feels, and he says that if he was insecure, he'd be thinking of divorce. Toya says that she always thought the rumor was about Quad, not her, so she brought it up. Toya brought it up. Toya said that she always thought the rumor was about Quad and not her, reminding everyone of why Heavenly is always... she drew Heavenly into it too. Let me tell you something. Yeah, Toya, get it like you live. She drags Heavenly in it by reminding everyone that Heavenly has said this on more than one occasion on this show, on other shows that are not, you know, Married Medicine affiliated, that Quad sleeps with married men. Contessa says Contessa never knows anything and says she didn't know about these rumors. And that show, and Toya says you weren't supposed to, aka because girl, we don't fuck with you like that. Toya laughs and says that she isn't surprised because, I mean, who wouldn't want free time?
Listen, Quad is single. Do what you want. You
I
know.
agree.
So I mean, even if that rumor is true, it is what it is.
Quad can't be opening her legs to married men now, Quad now. But I will say, for Simone to sit her ass there talking about heavily lighting fires when she's been producing the entire damn season, damn near tearing her house up for the sake of a scene with Heavenly and Contessa, and then you got Audra and Toya. You might not be a mighty match like Heavenly, but you working on it. You're really not that much of a difference. You're just quiet and you're very reserved when
Simone
it comes to doing your
producing.
mess.
What'd you say, Danny?
No, I said I agree with Sammy. Simone has been producing this season. She's been
quiet
working.
with it.
She's gave us some of our best.
Yeah, go ahead. She has given us some of our best moments this season. But if I have to hear them have another dinner about that fucking book that don't get nothing accomplished, I'm going to scream. Sabita, this is my first time seeing you. Sabita says, who do you guys think robbed Amelia? Listen, we're going to get into it. Gita, just stay tuned. We're going to get into it. We're definitely going to give our
I
opinions
know
about
who
what
did
we
it.
think. Wait, well, hold on to it, Danny. Don't give it up just yet. Simone is producing on the low. Yes, she is. Carlos, listen. Heavily is out loud producer, but Simone say, let me show you how to do a show, baby, because you ain't got Simone producing with class, and I like that. At least a little class to the thing. Okay, there's a scene with all the husbands being great doctors to their patients, and somehow Heavily slides into that her and Data have sex every night, and every time Damon looks more surprised to hear that than the last. Like, oh, we do? We fucking you? You sure? I'm just go with it. And at this point, I honestly feel like I don't think that the Jersey husbands deserve a check, but I do think the Married to Medicine husbands deserve a check. They are filming solo scenes of the husbands. I think that they're probably going to, if this show continues, they're going to take it more the love and marriage route. And that would be interesting. What do you think about that? Should it just be focused on the female ensemble, or do you like how they expanded the men's role this season?
I think it's fine. I like including them, and that's one of the things I've actually always enjoyed about this show. Is that the husbands are involved and not always in a messy way. You know, I've definitely always enjoyed that. Would love to see more about that.
I mean, I like it how it is. I think they balance it out well, showing us more of the husbands at work. But if I'm being honest, not that much interested in seeing the husbands. They're not going to really give it to us like the girls do, I don't think. Maybe Eugene and Cecil, but the rest.
No, Dr. Kieran.
And of course, Kieran. Yeah, but the rest, I don't see it for them. But we don't even know if Kieran will be here that much longer because his wife is really just becoming a drain. So
she's got to go. She's got to go. Got to go.
He can stay, and the mama can stay, but she got to go.
I love that mama. Oh, I love that mama. I love that mama because she loves Toya. All right, you guys. So we're gonna move right along. We go to Neela's dirty ass house, and her mom asks her. Her mom asks her what she's doing, and Neela replies, "The dishes." Shit I don't normally do, bitch. Anyway, replies to dishes. Her mom says that in Savannah, her face was blooming, but in Anila's nasty ass house, she is getting tired, honey. Anila says that this arrangement isn't working out and tells her mom she doesn't help around the house. The kitchen has never looked like that, and Anila's mom says, "Really? Oh, did she think she get that from Garcelle? That was Garcelle one-on-one. Huh? Yeah, okay." Totally undermined her daughter. Anila's mama came to kick it with her babies, and she did not come there to be my little maid, and also adds that she too misses her sweet home, and it is looking like she's going to leave. And if she leaves, pack your daughter up and take her with you because you're the best thing yet to have happened to that bitch storyline. Contessa is getting ready for her fitness competition, and Baki is confused, and she's confused that Baki is going to be the one posing for her. How did that feel, you guys, that she was genuinely shook that a man would help her pose as if it's not like almost the same? Anyway, go ahead.
I tuned out on that scene, so I'm not going.
Okay.
Contessa's rough, and I think that could be the military thing, but the walking in the hills and how she had everything just so it was like, damn girl, loosen up. Yeah. Loosen up a little bit. I will say though, I can see where Anila gets her little black tip from. We gotta go back and see if her mama was on Soul Train, the way she was doing a little disco to show how going up and down was.
I think Anila mama just as fake as her.
Yeah, we need to see if she on some Soul Train.
Did it give them rehearsed?
When I saw her with Audra at the end of the party, I was not well.
She enjoyed that mess. Good entertainment, good food.
She did say good entertainment, good food. Listen.
And if you go back and watch the scene when all that commotion was going on, her daddy, Anila daddy, was in the background trying to look like, what's happening over there? They loved all that mess. Karen was right there looking at it.
I'm not going to go up because, I've accused them of being anti-Black, and I am going to accuse them of being anti-Black. So was it more that like they were like in the moment having fun and a part of the game, or was it a case study in Black social experiment? You know what I mean?
I think they were enjoying it in the moment.
I think they were a mess. I really think they were genuinely entertained.
But see, here's the thing though. Are you entertained? I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm not going to chase Luther King this. But, my eyes on Anila because at this point, I don't give a damn. I feel that they are anti-Black. And we're going to get into it next week.
But she definitely don't get her values from her parents. So if Anila got,
Yeah, because Mama said her house was never dirty. Yeah, Antonio, her dirty ass house. Dirty ass. Let me tell you something. It's a difference, right? I'm not making excuses for uncleanliness and unkeptness or whatever, but there are times when you don't feel like cleaning it up and you don't have the money, you don't have the resources as far as financially to have someone come and do it for you, blase squad. I don't live $1 million lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? But for a bitch that's living on $1 million property and got $1 million help and all of this stuff and got it going on and wearing Christmas pageant dresses down to the thing, you would think that she could hire someone to clean up the house if it is such an issue for her. Like, I don't feel bad for you.
You blog, you make your own schedule when doing that. You can stop for an hour, straighten up the kitchen, and get back to it.
She had to save her money to pay the robbers.
Ain't nobody robbed her.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, ain't nobody robbed her. Allegedly, Miss Gomez came back and took her stuff because Anila didn't give her last check.
Morgan, I am not going to chase Luther King this love. I'm sorry. But no. But I tell you what, I don't know. I got to move on, girl. I don't know. Whew, Lord Jesus. All right. Anyway, we are back to Quad's house and the man of the house. Mason is getting that bitch together once again, and he did it this time in 10 seconds flat. Okay. Mason's mom is at the door, and Mason greets her like a stranger. I'm sorry. I hate to say it.
She didn't greet him like, she didn't
my
give him
baby.
She didn't give him much either.
It was weird. Nonetheless, the family is gathering to celebrate Quad's brother Quentin, and I'll be honest with you, it's a really touching scene. I was glad that she moved away from the kitchen island for once. They ate at the table. She used vinegar on the steaks. You know what I'm saying?
They look good.
They went outside. They look really good now. I tell you, but she put her foot in that steak. Mason like he needed one more, baby.
Would definitely eat her. I would definitely eat.
Don't eat them crab cakes because them crab cakes are salty. I'm telling you now.
I like my food seasoned.
I'm gonna get that cookbook. You got it.
Go back last season when I brought it up on. Do you remember that? No.
It's real low.
Hey to the people.
There you go. I don't think you need them.
Okay.
Yes.
Huh? You don't think I need them?
Mm-mm. Okay, you do need them. Sorry.
Okay.
Just now
with my speaker.
Okay.
How about now?
There we go. There you go.
It went to my speaker. Sorry about that. I don't even know what we're talking about. I don't give a damn. So next,
the cookbook.
Oh, the cookbook, the crab cakes was salty, love. I must admit. Last season I brought it on camera. I'm in Studio B in the kitchen far, so I can get it there. But yeah, Antonio, Lord Jesus, hey, leave me alone. Brooke Dubois.
You know, I want to laugh at Brooke and Antonio's comments, but I'd be low budget too when I have to log off and log it. So I'm gonna just sit this one out and eat my food.
You might want to sat it on out, love, because I sat with you on many a Wednesday.
Just exactly. I'm gonna just sit there and eat my food.
And Sammy, don't you even get started because
I ain't said nothing.
Oh, okay, because I'm gonna let Sammy have it too, bitch. All right. Dr. Jackie's business is expanding, and she's interviewing new doctors. Interviewing the new and beautiful Dr. Bullard. Next, Anila goes to see her husband and says the stress from her mom and what is putting it through her through is showing all over her face. And that explains it, because I've been wondering for the last 2 seasons. Let me not do that. Okay. Kieran emphatically agrees that Anila is down bad in the face department, like real bad. And with this, they're going to go ahead and try to get their mom out and Gita back in. Leave Gita alone. Leave Gita alone, please. All right, so we get to the meat and potatoes of the scene of the episode. Anila's closet, that she blogs about and posts on social media all the time, has been burglarized. The experience has been very traumatic, and word is going around the group, and everyone feels that it was definitely an unfortunate circumstance for Anila. Let's see. Some, i.e. Simone and Toya, feel as if it was personal, seeing as though they passed 50 houses to get to Anila's closet. Quad says it sounds personal, and she thought about it and feels that someone let them in. She questions at what point that when you don't get your way or something doesn't go your way within a friend group, do you set someone up to be wrong? Heavy asks Quad if she thinks that Toya did it. Quad says that they had an altercation 2 days prior, and who let the robbers in the gate? That she just put in two and two together, and it is straight like that. And I will say to you, Quad, Mr. Potato Head, you stretch face ass bitch, 2 and 2 don't add up, bitch. The math ain't mathing. You are low. I don't give a damn if Carrie brought the rumor to the people. You are the one who carried it on camera. You're gutterball, you're low down, you're trash, and you need to pull your wig down 3 more inches of your forehead, bitch. Y'all can have it. That was low. I don't give a damn what Heavily said on our show. That is the lowest shit I have ever seen on this show. That is the point of no return. Like, I would never fuck with that bitch. I hope Toya beat her ass and Heavily ass too. Y'all have it. I'm mad about that. I don't like that. Sammy, excuse me, wait a minute. Danny, Sammy, I don't know if you're from Florida, but Danny, you're from Florida. Even if you know who did it, you don't drop a dime on no bitch. That's G-code. You are lame for that. That's some lame ass shit. And the fact that Carrie brought it up and it didn't make camera and you made it your business to put it on the show, you are trash. Go ahead. Trash.
Yeah, Quad was down bad for bringing it, regardless of where it came from. Without any type of proof, she should not have brought that on the camera. I don't see Toya not fucking with her ever again for it. Toya doesn't have that type of brain. So they're going to make up and they'll be cool. But yeah, Quad was trash. And I hope if Toya does anything, I hope that she stops fucking with Carrie. Because how are you my homegirl? You were around here because of me. And then you tell them girls something like that. And to the point so they can actually bring it to production and bring it on camera. That was all just, it was whack. It was low, but I don't think it's the lowest thing that was done on the show. I think Toya out in that baby's father was probably the lowest thing. And we see her and Mariah kept fucking with each other. So they're going to be cool, Quad and Toya. There's just, the brains don't be moving the way they should when it comes to things like that to me.
One's the truth and one you don't know if it's true. And it was
one of them should have been mentioned though.
It was low, but one ain't a lie.
But yeah, Quad was, I was actually upset with her for doing that.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link really quickly, you guys. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Isabel. We're going to drag, honey. We know you love a good dragging. Okay, we're going to drag. But let me tell you something. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't care how mad you are. Now, this to me confirms that it was a takedown on Toya. How bad? What has she done? I need to know. Because at this point, with this accusation, it ain't adding up. Somebody in the comments tell me right now what she's done. TKC, I don't know what comment I put up, baby. I'm sorry. But thank you, Isabel, for the super chat. And
you know what? Something else I didn't care for after watching the little pieces of Heavenly's live that I watched. It's like they were trying to really give it a story to make it seem like Toya. Well, Toya told Carrie. Toya threw a party that same night. So with Toya throwing the party, she was able to get guests in the community. So they're trying to make it. They really trying. To me, it seemed like they're really trying to build a foundation for it to look like Toya actually set the girl up, and that's when it's just like, okay, yeah, I don't like it. And I hate that Quad is the one was so gullible to run with it. I hate that it was her.
I don't think Quad is being gullible. I think Quad is being vindictive. I don't think she's being gullible. I think she's being.
But vindictive for what? Like what? What is Toya?
It's they have. I don't think they've ever really liked each other. Even when they were cool, they didn't.
I can see that.
You gotta ask vindictive for what? Why would she invite Zaina? Vindictive for what? Why would she coach Audra and tell Audra that tea about all that stuff? You were sitting around. Did you have Audra's back in the moment? I'm very interested to know what your comments were in the moment. You know, listen, she has lightweight, and I'm gonna say it. Yeah, Toya is a gutterball. She trash too. Toya trash. Don't get me wrong. But she has been on Toya's ass since that apartment comment. Honestly, she has been on her. And at this point, you need to address that hurt your feelings for real so we can move on from it. Because the ways that you're going about it reminds me of the Takedown season 2. It really do. The girl said that she made you relevant. You won't hide the circle. Like, she always takes it a level above, if that makes sense. Like, it don't be adding up to me. And this year I gave Quad a clean slate. I even said I actually was enjoying Miss Quad. This though, I'm not rocking with it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. I really am imploring you guys to call in tonight. I really want to hear what you guys have to say. I see you in the chat, but I really would love for someone to go ahead and give us a call in and talk about this.
Gated communities get robbed all the time.
Yeah.
That means nothing.
All the time.
All the time.
Yes, Brittany, to be fair, none of the ladies fool with Mariah anyway. However, girl, I ain't finna go there. I'm not going there. You got it. You got it, dog. Let's see the comments. We're waiting on some callers. Y'all keep forgetting it may not even be about Toya. It could be about Eugene. Quad does not see it for him. Yeah, okay.
Well, then Quad should stay out of men's business if she don't see it for Eugene. Stay out of his business.
Because Eugene don't even like... Okay, I'll tell you this. Eugene make comments, but everybody makes comments, even husbands. And I don't really think that anything that he said about her has been to the white meat just nasty. Sammy, you are our Quad aficionado. Has Eugene said something nasty about the ladies?
To me, it's very clear that Quad and the Harrises, it's just not a thing. Ever since when she got a divorce, they wasn't with her being around on the trips. I just think she's held on maybe to a lot of those things. It more so seems like they were trying to make it clear to everybody like Quad shouldn't be around because she's no longer married. And I think now she's in a place where she just wants to. That could be why she's being vindictive. Because if you think about it, she was cool with Toya so far up to the season until it was time for that housewarming. Now all of a sudden, yeah, bitch, you said my apartment was small. Come on to this big old house and I'm finna unload all the mess on you. Maybe it could have been that. I don't know. But I do know it's very clear to me that Quad don't see it for them and they don't see it for her. So it could be...
Quad rarely ever forgives anyone fully. Like, she always holds something there.
All right, you guys, we got our first caller. Yeah, that's true. Brittany, he did call them that. He said it was acting like some N-words. Season 5. Brittany, you messing for that. All right, we're going to let our first comment in. And I had never gotten the pleasure to speak with you. Q, the content guy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I saw the background. I thought you were up here on the thing, but how are you? Welcome to the Married to Medicine Lean.
Thank you.
What do you have to say?
So I got a couple things to say. I'm trying not to be long. I'm not gonna be long.
Okay.
Anila can go. I never liked Anila from day one. She can go. She can take everybody with her house. Everybody can just go. Quad is doing the most because Quad don't have anything going on. So she's trying to keep that check so she can keep paying for that house and keep paying for Mama Mary and Mason. So she's gonna do the most. She gonna get down to the reunion. She gonna do the most. She gonna be dramatic like she always has been, so she can secure her spot. Because outside of that, Quad don't have anything going on, and it's so funny to me that everybody's getting on. Toya don't work. Toya don't have any money. What does Quad do? I haven't seen Quad do anything since Sister Circle, and nobody watched that. So what is Quad doing? And I was on another review with somebody, and they said, well, Toya was wrong because Audrey was pregnant. If she was pregnant, then that's more reasons why you don't get in somebody's face. You can't get in somebody's face whatever y'all going through, whatever y'all arguing, and on top of that, y'all drinking too. You get in somebody's face, you better be prepared. So,
But Q, I'm sorry, Q. That party happened in December, and she's pregnant now, and it's
well,
what, September?
I think the thing is, so many people dislike Toya, so they'll find any reason to just say Toya was in the wrong instead of just, you can dislike somebody but still give credit when credit is due. But I think so many people dislike Toya that they'll find any reason to say, oh, Toya was in the wrong. Toya is this, Toya is that. Audra was right. Audra was this. Audra let her have it, all that kind of stuff. When in reality, Audra was wrong. She was doing the most. I still feel as though something was missing in the clip because it was like she jumped to 100. And it's like, where did it come from? But at the end of the day, Toya made the show. She made the episode entertaining. Outside of that, nothing else was going on.
And it was their highest rated episode of the season.
Yep.
Q, I really appreciate you for calling in. Did you have anything, a last thought that you wanted to leave, or?
No, that's it. That's all.
Well, thank you for supporting us this evening, calling in. And yeah, I'm glad you got whoever said it about Toya together, because how long has she been pregnant? What did Nene say? I ain't gonna say that because that was rude when Nene said that about you.
But I'm glad. I always get bothered when people say, about Toya don't work. Do they think Toya's doing this show for free?
I'll be trying to figure it out.
Because what Toya's doing is no different than an actor in a movie. You're on. You're getting paid. Like Toya probably brings just as much, if not more, than Eugene.
She brings more at this point.
Yeah. Supposedly getting paid $800 to $1 million this episode.
Yeah, and Eugene make $375.
Not the episode, friend.
A season.
For the season.
Yeah.
Not an episode. That was those ratings. All right, Q, we're gonna let you down. We got somebody else.
All right, Q.
All right.
Thank you. That was nice, Q. And we're gonna let up. Sammy's favorite. Hey, David.
Hey. Don't me, Chase. How y'all doing, by the way? How y'all doing?
Good, you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm awesome. So
Okay.
I have one thing. You know what? I do not like Quad. And I'm gonna tell you why. And what you just said, Sammy, Chase, that proves why I don't like her. When you do something to her, she doesn't let it go. She did that. She rallied the other women around to get Mariah off this show. And I really feel in my heart of hearts, I think it's Heavenly and her in particular, they don't like Toya because Toya, if you remember, Toya and Simone kind of got off of that train of getting Mariah off that show, and they started rallying around Mariah. And that's why they started gunning for Toya, because she was the weakest. They can't get Simone, so let me get Toya. So I really truly believe that, and I truly believe what Quad did this episode was really low down in the gutter, a low down monkey with a wig on, as of Nene, like Nene used to say.
Whoa, David.
Because that was really dirty, and I really feel like she should be off this show. If they don't hold her to the carpet, if Andy doesn't hold her to the carpet on that reunion, I know something. Because she deserves something for that. And I also was watching a known blogger, a known YouTuber that was doing a review of the episode, and he mentioned some behind the scenes things. Well, a lot of the behind the scenes things were also at Toya, but the same YouTuber are friends with, he's friends with Quad and Heavenly, so he tends to like lean towards them, and it seemed like they're just trying to make this woman. Toya is not the best person on the show. I'll be the first to admit that she's not even my favorite. Simone is. And speaking of Simone, not too much on Simone, the Easter Bunny, Sammy. You gonna let off Simone being a producer of the show, okay?
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna give Simone what she deserves.
Wait, what's
David?
Hold on 1 second.
I don't know, David, if you have an affinity for like the zoo, but please refrain from calling our sisters animals.
I'm only using what Nene said about the low down monkey with a wig on about Kim.
You're better than that.
Not the way Quad looks. I think she's a beautiful woman. Her, her wig needs to be pulled
okay.
out.
We just wanted to clear the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm only repeating what Mariah said about Simone, about her being the Easter Bunny. But that's it. But yes, I do think that Quad needs to be off the show. I think it's time for her to go, because if you can't let things go, girl, and just go for another season, you're still harboring things, and going that low. And not even Anila. Anika Noni Rose, I'm sick of her. She can go too. Keep Karen, she can go. Karen and her mama can make appearances, but Anika can go.
That'll be messed
They,
up if
they,
they invite
they can go
Karen
too.
and their mama down to the thing and don't
Karen
invite
and the mom can go
two.
too.
Karen can go. They can go. They can go.
Danny said he don't want no chance of Anila coming back. Just take them all and go.
Danny.
The only
And they
person
black
we
sense.
accept was Miss Gomez.
But you know,
Oh, we like Gita.
one of my favorite things about Married to Medicine has always been that every cast member in some way was tied to the title. I need Quad to start dating a doctor or something in order to be on the show. Like being, fulfilling the title was something that I always enjoyed about the show. You know, I hated housewives when women weren't housewives. I've always found that weird. So I definitely want Quad to start dating a doctor or something if they're going to bring her back. Otherwise, there's no need for her to be a permanent cast member. Be a friend of the show.
I agree.
I always thought that the friend role would have been perfect for her in that sense, but she, does not want that friend role. She wants the main title and, whatever. I'm not going to knock her for wanting what she wants. But I thought that, the friend role, much like how Marlo had that friend role, where Marlo was an unofficial 6th or 7th or 8th housewife. Unofficially, she was for the last few years before this season. She filmed This Is Much. And I think that Quad would have had that title too, but she pushed for it. She got it. Whatever. I'm not going to knock that. But what I will say is, in the words of Antonio, she deserves some discipline. And with that being said, David, we thank you for calling up. We really appreciate it.
Good night, y'all.
Thank you for calling, David.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. We've had over 50 people in this room. I want to thank everyone for coming in, liking and subscribing. That's the end of the episode. I'm sorry that I lost my cool, but I just got
No, you ain't.
I am. No, well, listen, it's just like, it's not, I would have gave that to anybody. Anila gonna get it next week. And it's not because I like them or don't like them. I think that's foul. This lady's been on this show for, at this point, 9 seasons. Right? She's had, she got into a fisticuffs. She got a fisticuffs with, what's the lady name, Mariah? She's had fights with Heavenly. She's had fights with Quad. She's had many a fight, many a day. And, she ain't never sent Carmetha around in nobody's house.
But you know what? I agree with you.
You get what I'm saying?
With the whole Quad thing, like, as much as I don't like Quad this season, if someone had said that about Quad, I would be saying they were just as wrong too. If they were saying Quad orchestrated a robbery, I'd be saying that, they were just as wrong too. Like, you just don't say that.
Sammy?
No, Sammy already said she was wrong.
No, I thought he had something to add, though. I didn't know if he had anything to add.
The only thing I will say, Quad, I would love for her to be married to medicine, but if she's not, I think Bravo still sees her as a very valuable part of the show. I mean, if you think about last season, it was so damn whack and bored until she popped back up, and then we got some excitement going. I would like to see her married to medicine again, but if she doesn't, I'm okay with that. But I agree with what Danny was saying, like with the housewives. I don't hate, but I don't like it when they're there. And they're not housewives, not married or anything. It kind of takes away from the concept. But I mean, it's Quad. When you think of Married to Medicine, she's one of the girls you think of, and I think that's what Bravo, they stick to her for that reason alone.
To her credit, she was married to medicine, and she was, so I mean, to her credit, I'm gonna give her that.
And she gave a story with that, with the divorce and all that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that was enough for them to say we can.
She got lazy after that too.
I would love to see her dating or something. I would love to
lazy after that.
Yeah.
Okay, we agree. She got lazy.
That's the same with my girl Candy. After that season 9 stuff, she got lazy. She feel like Bravo. They probably Bravo owes me, so I'm gonna just show up and I'm gonna do what I can.
But also, you must remember
Asia.
Yes, Asia. Remember, she told the ladies that the sister circle was her real friends. So look how God fixed it, eh? Man, has she been hanging out with them helpers?
They wasn't at the party.
No. With that being said, I want to thank Danny for coming in this evening. Sammy, always, the pleasure is yours. I want to thank Asia, David, Tangle, Dr. C, Antonio, who
Sheldon. Oh, you better.
And Ulysses, Brittany, Brooke, even though I don't agree with nothing Brooke had to say, but I love Brooke. TKC, Charlene, Says K. To the people, we appreciate you. You guys make sure you like and subscribe to this video and this channel. And we really, really, really appreciate you for showing out tonight. We had a great turnout, and I want to thank you all for coming through and pushing through. With that, we're going to go ahead and lean out. Mwah.